Hey, it's Trent, welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about bike storage. It is no secret that I have a lot of bikes. And over the last 6 months, I've worked on getting kickstands on every bike so that they can stand freely. But I've been playing around with bike storage, and I have some really cool options and some more functional options than others for bike storage, both in your garage and in your home. So in this video, we're gonna look at 3 options for storing your bikes on walls, in your house, or in your garage. So let's go take a look at option number 1. Okay, this first rack I'm gonna show you is cheap. It's from Amazon. I'll have the links down below. But it does involve screwing into the wall. And I would say this is the least desirable or the least quality option. I have 2 bikes on here that are winter project bikes that I'm hoping to get to. So I wanted good storage for them so they're not just floating around the garage because I've got way too many bikes. So I put them on the wall. Let's take a look at the mount. So when you're not using the mount, it folds up. And that's quite nice. There's a slot back here that the screw goes into that's long, so you can lift it up and fold it down. So, good option if you're okay drilling into your wall and finding a stud, but not the best option for everyone. And I'll show you how to mount the bike. It's in storage mode. We pull it down, take the bike, and set it in there. Okay, so the second option for bike storage that I highly recommend is this DeltaCycle Michelangelo rack. I have a video about this, which you can see up here, but I keep my giant Sedona bike in my office. I'm in my office currently, and I use it as a showpiece. This rack can hold 2 bikes, one up high. I think you really have to put the supports at the very top to get a second bike underneath. It comes with this long attachment which goes around the pole and sticks out so that you can put your bike on it. It also comes with the smaller one, which is similar, and that's for like helmets and other supporting pieces of gear. So I'll show you how this goes on now, and I'll show you how my bike is hanging on it. And just by the gravity of the bike rack, it's leaning against the wall, and if I pull it, it's not, it's not gonna come off. It's not gonna come off the wall, which I was skeptical about at first. So let's look at how we put these on and how the bike's on there now. Hinges are holding the top tube of the giant Sedona, and that's it. That's all that's holding this bike on. It kind of sways. You kind of have to move them left to right to sort of find a good balance. Also, if you have like a mountain bike, your bars are definitely gonna hit the wall and your wheel will turn. To prevent that, I put a volet strap on the wheel so that the wheel stays a little more straight, and you can see the brake has kind of left some marks on the wall. I put a piece of gaff tape on it to slow that down. But all in all, this bike rack is good. It's cheap, it's 50 bucks, and I think it's a good option if you want to keep your bike inside. And before we go to option 3, I'll show you how these go on. So you take it around this way, it grabs, and like that, you move it up or down, and then you put your bike on. Same with these small ones. You wrap it around. I'll show you again. You wrap it around, and you got a support point. Again, this isn't like the most high quality bike rack, but it is not permanent. You're not gonna put holes in your wall. And do get this one from Amazon. It is half the price than it is at REI. So use the link down in the description below. Helps out the channel. Let's go look at number 3. So the third option for bike storage is Steadyrack. This is the most premium option that I'm showing you today. I have really enjoyed these racks, and there are a few reasons why. One, they fold up. So when they're not in use, they are out of the way and not obstructive. Number two, they fold down for when you want to use them. And the third thing I love about these racks is they swing left and right. And I'll show you why that's valuable in a second. These come in many different options for different size tires, different types of bikes. So these two are the e-bike version, and the difference is that this front piece here is flexible. And it's flexible because it flexes to the shape of your wheel so that if you are using fenders, this goes under the fender. And I think that's just super cool because now living in a more winter-ish climate, I have fenders on 3 of my bikes. 2 of them are e-bikes. So even if I wasn't using an e-bike, but I had fenders on my bike, I would get the e-bike version of the Steadyrack. I also enjoy these because they swivel. So that means that your bike's not gonna be sticking out from the wall all the time. You can swivel the bikes as much as your handlebars will allow, right? On the end, your handlebars will hit the wall or they'll hit each other. You can also see that these are all at different heights. And I did that because I'm putting different bikes on them with different wheelbases. And I want to offset the handlebars from one another. So let me show you how I load a bike up onto this rack. To load a bike on the rack, you'll wanna get the front wheel up. I usually do that by holding the back brake. You're gonna put it on the front of the rack, gently push forward and up. And there you go. And then you can swivel your bike left and right. So if I wanted to get to a bike that's over here, swivel that one, swivel this one, and now I can get to my Bulls e-bike. These are like 100% my favorite option for bike storage. So if you're looking to get bikes out of your house, if you're looking to store your bikes in a way that keeps them more flat and sort of creates like a library of which bike you want to use, look up these Steadyracks. I'll put a link down in the description for these as well. So in review, we have the first option from Amazon, not so premium, kind of feels a little janky, but they are strong enough to hold your bike on the wall. You've got to screw them into the wall. Second option is the DeltaCycle Michelangelo. This goes anywhere. You don't need to put any holes in walls, and you can hold up to 2 bikes on there with handlebars that aren't too long. And option number 3, the best option behind me, is the Steadyrack. So if you're like me, you got a lot of bikes, store those bikes in a better way than just leaning them against a wall or using a kickstand. Get one of these wall-mounted options. I believe that bikes aren't just functional, but they're pretty and they're works of art. And I want to display them because I think they are both beautiful and functional. So take a look at Steadyrack, take a look at the Michelangelo, and take a look at the first option if you just want to test the waters. So if you like this video, if you got some value out of it, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and make sure to check the links below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.